Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Legends of Another World, Curse of Saria. So I'm picking up in the entrance to the Trinity Palace. This is technically part of Saria Island, at least it's counted as such for Monster Arena purposes. So I was there to get a few of the monsters I was missing, and while I was there I encountered the Kilainu. Oh, I see you've got a good variety of Inu monsters now. I was able to create a new monster for you to face, also here's a reward. So we get, I think, the 4th Ultra Damage, and another entirely new monster. We get Mythic Spellbook, so let's just have a look. Alicia has Ultra Damage equipped, Tara and Liana do. That was because I was attempting the Swarm Roach. At the end of the last video I had a plan for defeating the Swarm Roach by killing it before it had its first turn, so I'd have to deal 300,000 damage, and I was just pushing 200,000. In my playing around in between videos, I've improved that to about 240 by giving Vince the preemptive and having him excel. Because the Swarm Roach's agility is so high, excelling my party makes a big difference. But still, I can still only deal about 240 damage, and that's a long way off the target. So I'm not sure yet how to make up that gap. Anyway, 4 Ultra Damages means that the entire front party can have one each now, which doesn't do much good for the Swarm Roach because I don't have 4 physical attackers, but that's great for endgame bosses. What was the other thing I got? Mythic Spellbook, which is a blue magic. Holy. Now, do Ivy and Harley have that already? Ivy does not. I would guess neither of them do, but let's have a look. Harley doesn't have Use Blue Magic equipped right now, although he has an empty slot, so... I still need to go back and get a lot of these early ones. He does have Holy. Much higher damage to undead, so I'll give that to Ivy. I haven't yet decided about the Defense Plus. Anyway, let's see what the... well, we've unlocked 2 new ones, actually. We've got the Elefinu for getting all the Inu monsters, and for getting 2 variety creations, we've got the Remover. But let's do the Elefinu first. Well, with a name like that, what did you expect it to look like? I am actually doing a project in RPG Maker myself, and I'm also using Battlers by Falzon, who is a renowned battler artist. Some of his creations are quite surreal, so I am used to his style, let's just say. So, scan. It has auto haste. It hasn't had a turn yet because I've got haste on everyone. That is 1.8 million, very high spirit, so I probably want to go with physicals. Medium resist to weaken and meltdown, but it can be affected with them. Immune to zombie. And since it hasn't had a turn yet, I don't know what moves it will do to me, but let's just go ahead, breaker attack. Okay, it has very high damage and afflicts me with weaken, so I might want to put on some form of proof ability. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to get another turn that quickly. Okay, got weaken on it. So I can now do... yeah, this might be a battle where that's a good idea to have on. So if I can now do about 70,000 a turn, still going to take a while. Just trying to think. I want to put Ivy in, and Harley doesn't have auto haste, which is annoying because I can't put haste on him because he has reflect. So I want to get as many positive statuses up as I can. Yeah, it can one-shot any party member. Seemingly. But if it only has single target attacks, which it seems to so far, then I should be able to do this. Oh, that was a bit of a waste. For some reason I thought I had... and 2 characters down. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be it. I may as well use my Phoenix Dust. So it's just going... oh, it does also steal MP. So at some point, use a turn to get that back. I'll do that now. It doesn't completely steal MP, just a certain amount. And I'm just annoyed by how many Phoenix Wings I have to get through for this, because obviously they are not that cheap. But I've got yeah, nearly a quarter of its HP down. I should be able to win this. So I'm just going to cut to near the end. Okay, it's under 100,000. Nothing has changed in the battle really, it's just kept up single target attacks. There was one time it attacked Vince and didn't kill him. Other than that, it's just been kill, revive, and so on. I haven't actually tried using magic against it. There you go. Fairly effective. So I've gotten through a few Phoenix Wings and Tears, but not enough that I've ever felt in danger of losing. Of course, I've used Alicia's Faith to restore MP when it was running low. And I don't mind about Tara being knocked out, so I'll just finish this. Luck Plus. Now I know that Namida said all of the drops were 50%, but we have got one every single time. I do remember that back when Nepster and I were both playing through this, Nepster did complain about the 50% thing, and I think maybe Namida might have fixed it so that you always get the drop the first time you face a particular monster. Not sure. Anyway. Good progress. So let's try out the other new monster. Original creation, Remover. Ooh. Oh, did I forget to heal before coming in? Well, you can see from the turn order that it's not going to have a turn for quite a long time. What happens if I excel? Will it... Yeah, not a huge difference, but it won't get a turn for even longer now. It is vulnerable to Meltdown, but it counterattacks. Good to know. Okay, 2 million, high stats, medium resistances, but it can be hit with zombie regen. Oh, I think I forgot to explicitly say this in the last video. I used zombie and regen against the glyph. It just adds a little bit of damage. It doesn't trivialise these fights because they have so much HP, and the zombie regen is itself well, it's affected by the damage cap. Still, it makes a difference. Oh, you've got no MP. Well, I'll just wait and use Alicia again to refill everyone. At least she's got plenty of turns to do it with. Now, it's about to get its first turn, so what's it going to do? So that's the gimmick of this fight. It has these very rare turns, and I'm assuming this is the case. Every single turn it gets, it will erase one person, so it's a straight out damage race. Medium resistance to weakness, weaken and meltdown, and I have only got weaken on, not both. Well, we'll see how we get on. I mean, I'm doing 20,000 a hit. I'll try to get weaken on. It seems to be missing a lot with its counterattacks. Also, I'll have to have a look whether there's any pattern to who it chooses to erase. Because, as you can see, without weaken, I've got about a tenth of its damage, of its HP out, but that's nowhere near enough. Okay, I have got weaken on now. And it didn't erase Alicia. Okay, well, let's see how this goes now. If I'm taking out 100,000 every one of Alicia's turns, I'd still need 14 turns to completely wipe it. But I just want to see how close I get, because it did take a long time for weaken to apply, so it could be that if I'd had luck with that, with getting that on earlier, then I'd be fine. But now it's erased Alicia, which is the worst. So I'd have to have luck with weaken and luck with it erasing the right person. I'm going to have another couple of attempts off camera, and if I get some luck, then I'll cut back in. Well, this one might not be so tough. So I just had another look at its immunities and resistances, and I spotted medium resistance to slow. So I gave Amanda the preemptive, cast slow on the very first turn, and I was able to get more than half of its HP out before it had even had one turn. This time I've got weaken on but not meltdown. For now I'm going ahead with just weaken, and instead of trying to breaker attack every turn, because normal attack means I get the double hit. If it takes out Alicia, then I'll try to get meltdown on, so I can get Amanda in to cast Disaster, which is my other heavy hitter. Of course, Amanda has I now have 4 ultra damages, so those are on Alicia, Tara, Liana, and Amanda. And it chose to erase the one person who was not doing any damage. Bad choice, remover. Bad choice. Just look at the turn order. You can't even see its next turn. Well, that was a fun little gimmicky fight. No, we did not get the drop for that one, so my speculation was wrong. They probably are just all at 50% and I just happened to get lucky the first 4 times. But since I'm curious about what each one of them has, I might just do it again off camera, now that I know it's a pretty simple fight to win. Dispel Strike is the ability that... well, obviously, physical attacks remove positive statuses. I have used that in a couple of fights in the past. But I now have 4 of them. One of them was the reward for unlocking one of these Monster Arena bosses, and now they're available in unlimited quantities. Yeah, that is, oddly enough, one ability that you cannot buy, so this is the only unlimited supply of them. Anyway, so that's 3 plus 2 plus 2, 7 unlocked, 5 beaten. At the moment I don't have any more ideas for defeating the Swarm Roach, so I think I'm going to go back to Saria Island and see which other monsters I can find. Now, I don't know where the Blade or Semeo are at this stage of the game. I know some places where they were that are no longer accessible, but Namida has confirmed that any monsters from inaccessible places can be found somewhere else. So every monster is available for super scanning somewhere if you look hard enough. So I mentioned that the entrance to Trinity Palace, was counted as part of the Sarian Island, and that gave me the idea of checking this part of the Metaspi, which used to be connected to Saria. I don't think we can actually get in there from the Saria side anymore, but it does lead to this room of the Metaspi, and this is where a lot of those old encounters can still be found. Oh, this is where it connects. So that's actually Nyata Island, but as I said, the monsters here are counted as Saria Island for the Monster Arena catalogue, and a lot of the old ones, including the Blade, were to be found. So, looking at where we're up to, I had exactly enough super scanners for the monsters in that room. I still need to find the Semeo, Cuboid, Cult Droid, and Nightmare. Nightmare sounds Haunted Mansion, Cult Droid even more so. So I'll look there for those 2 after buying 4 of these. One thing I should mention is that since I've started an RPG Maker project of my own, Namida has given me the files for his project that allow me to open it in RPG Maker itself. So one thing I have done with that is helped myself a little bit on finding some of these monsters, because even once I got the idea of looking inside the Haunted Mansion, not all monsters are possible encounters in all rooms, so I was very glad to have the map data to help me find them. So the Cuboid and Nightmare are both best encountered in this room. The Nightmare also occurs as a rare encounter in the side rooms, and the Cuboid also occurs as a rare encounter in the main room, but in this room you can only get those 2 and the Deadhead, so this is by far the best room for finding them. Still don't know about the Semeo or Cult Droid, but I'll keep looking. This room is accessible through here. I don't remember what purpose that switch served, but it did something once a long time ago. The Semeo was a monster in a box in the Metaspe. So, no surprise, this is the place to look, and it turns out that in this switch room they are the only encounter you can get. They're also a bit annoying to destroy. Fortunately, Alicia's double hit does destroy it twice. Of course, while going everywhere to look for these encounters, quite a lot of them give drops that are early game stuff I don't want, so I dropped here into Taspia to sell them, and quite by accident I made the discovery that the shop here sells Phoenix Wing at the reduced price of 8,000, which was the excellent price I used to be able to get them for in Yatta before that got patched out. So that's a happy. And another thing, I'm now on the road going back up to the monster arena, and I just happened to leave no encounters off, and I got a barrier as a drop. So I've now got 9 of them. I could almost get another auto shield. I had not realised those were available here. I thought that I had it in my head that I could only that it was only the Trinity Palace enemies that I could farm for those. So, one thing I don't know yet is whether she means a random monster from all the ones that exist, or a random monster from all the ones I don't have yet. Because if it's from the ones I don't have, then I could just do the Eastern Small Islands ones next, and then I've only got 1 monster left, then it won't be so random anymore. But I think I now have everything except that cult. Of course, with a name like Cult Droid, it was kind of obvious that they would be hanging out in the cult headquarters, but I thought I had already looked at the map data for all the maps in this area. Turns out I'd forgotten this one, and this is the only map where they are found. So I am very glad that I had the map data available, or I would not have had the patience to go through every map checking which one. Also, this map has 9 possible encounters, all equally likely, and only one of them is that cult droid. I don't think I've ever seen it before. But they are now super scanned, and that should be everything from the Saria island. And we also get 10 mirrors, and we've got a good variety of robot monsters, so another quarter BP cost. Well, I do have 2 blue mages now, so makes sense that another one is available. No, not. Come on. Not original, but variety. Sados. And the Melicians. Let's give this one a try. I wonder if my theory of... Well, that tells me what I should put on for equipment. So I realised that it uses a special move called Sweet Dreams, which inflicts sleep even if you're immune to it. So not much point in getting a sleep proof. So instead I've tried a setup with counterattack and magic counter. I also gave Vince preemptive, but that doesn't seem to have done anything. So let's at least get a scan on you. Interesting. Because it attacked itself and it was reflected, that does not trigger her magic counter. So it's got 1 million HP, which is less than some of these arena bosses. Obviously very high stats. Medium resistance to zombie, so I would guess that zombie regen is how we're going to take this down, unless it has the ability to take those off, of course. Let's give it a try. Oh, and it has auto-reflect, so I need Harley to be in the party. Oh, that was your own. I thought I had a single target thing. Right, so Nightmare seems to just be an instant death attack, probably even if immune. Now what do I want to do? I want Amanda in. Curse on Harley. I'll have to keep trying. Why is it its HP back to full? Did it have? Doesn't seem to have regen, but maybe it's got some draining move and I just didn't notice it doing that. Okay, got zombie at least. Now let's see if we can get regen and if it's able to take that off. Also, I should put this on. It looks like being a very slow fight, but what else? Low resistance to weaken and meltdown, so I can try those. I just wonder if it's going to keep doing its sleep move or if it only does that once. We'll find out. Yeah, it does keep doing it, but it has the zombie regen on now. Oh, again! Why did I think that was a? Oh, although this time it reflected off Harley and harmed him because of the zombie, so that's fine. So this is probably going to be a slow but easy fight, since it doesn't seem to have the ability to do very much damage to me. So I may just cut back in near the end, unless something goes. Okay, should be good to go from here. $5,000. I wonder if Harley has any moves that could... maybe blue magic, but I'd have to charge first, so... Okay, let's see if he'll take himself out with a counter. No? Okay then. Switch in Amanda. Oh, hang on, it has Reflect. Switch in Leanna. Spirit Plus. I have been pretty lucky with the drops so far, I have to say. So, that might be a good... Oh, no, I was going to say might be a good place to end it for this episode, but I just remembered there's one more unlocked that I haven't tried yet. Is there? No, I tried the remover. Right, Sados. Okay, it counters that. 1.4 million, pretty standard for the arena bosses. Weak to lightning, immune to everything. Okay, don't bother trying breaker attack then. So, I don't know. Is this just going to be a matter of hitting it? Because I can hit it. Ha. It misses with its counterattacks. Radar. So that targets Harley and it's going to hit him next. Presumably. Is the missing with counterattacks a deliberate feature or a bug? Because 2 of the arena bosses have done this, and it just, you know, if it's going to do that, why give it counterattacks in the first place? Huh. Oh, now it's using radar on Alicia, and that might be because Harley is no longer present. I wonder if I could just confuse it by continually switching members. Let's give it a try. Its defense and spirit are both high, but spirit is higher of the 2. Still, I will try switching in Ivy and doing Disaster. Actually, I should switch in Amanda because she has the ultra damage. Still not very much above 9999, so Amanda would have been, Ivy would have been almost equally good. Can I give Amanda a turn if I haste? Yes. switch Alicia back in. Let's see how Sados responds. Okay, I think I might have found a way to completely break this fight. It has quite a lot of HP, so once again well, this is ridiculous, but I have managed to get it down to a tenth of its starting HP without it ever having a single turn. Except that it has just used Radar on Harley, so yeah, he's not going to get a turn in time unless I use one of Alicia's turns to use a turbo boost, which not wild about that idea because they are a rare item. As we're so close to the end, though, I'll just keep laying on damage. If it takes Harley out, I can bring him back. It's not the end of the world. And I would like to see what it does after all this build-up. Glitch. That's all. That's all it did on the one turn it gets in this entire battle. Sados, you suck. And I didn't get the item. Fortunately, one of the other good things about having the data available is I can just look up what the item would have been. HP plus. Oh, that is kind of the most valuable one. But do I really want to go through that very long battle again just to get one? Well, I'll have to decide that in my own time because this is the end of the episode. And in between now and the next one, I think I will be getting the Eastern Small Islands monsters, and then that's the last list. That should unlock all the remaining bosses for this side quest. So, see you next time.